Did you hear what I said? I said I never heard from this man again. Never heard from him again, girl. Like... Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a story time. Get ready with me. So I'm going to be doing my makeup and telling you guys a story about the time very recently, okay, that this guy ghosted me, girl. This is a recent story time. This happened maybe like 2 months ago. So yeah, if you want to hear that story time, definitely be sure to stick around. I also want to mention that the robe that I am wearing in the video is from my loungewear boutique at jofficial.com. I will put the name across the screen. I will link the exact robe in the description box down below, as well as the link to my store so that you guys can check it out. And yeah, girl, I think that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and jump right into today's video. Okay, y'all, so let's go ahead and jump right into this makeup and story time. So I'm about to go ahead and, girl, I did my eyebrows. You can see I got my primer on, which is Mocha Magnesia per usual. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start off with color correcting. And this is actually the second time that I'm filming this video because I just felt like I had forgotten too many things. I kept coming in as like editing India like 5-6 times, and I was like, girl, no, like at this point you just need to refilm it. Plus it was like super duper long, and I was like, girl, no, like we gotta talk quicker. We gotta let's just get to the point. Let's just get to the point. Okay, so I have my mirror over here, so don't mind it, okay, if I'm like looking this way, but I don't know of a better way to like set this up. So this is what we got, but I'm just color correcting with my LA Girl Pro orange staple. Do people still use this? Like, I don't know. I don't really watch like makeup videos anymore, so I don't know if people still use that, but I just feel like that's an OG product. Like that is the best just like orange concealer ever, like ever. Okay, in fact, I think I need to put a little bit over here too. So let's jump into the story time, girl, because that's what this is today. So if y'all have been keeping up with my vlogs, then you know that I went on a date recently. Okay, so this was in like the end of February, right? So a little while ago, because now it's April, girl. Happy April. So y'all saw that I was saying like how I haven't been on a date in a long time or whatever, and this guy had invited me out, right? So let me go ahead and just give y'all like a little backstory or whatever before we jump into getting to the actual date itself. So in like mid-January, I get a DM, right? Now it's just some heart eyes, okay? So I don't know about you guys, but I rarely check like my general messages, like so and so wants to send you a message. I'll just be like, girl, clear, and move on. So I actually ended up going through my general messages and stuff just because it was like my birthday weekend, and I knew that, you know, some people may have said like happy birthday or something like that, but like, you know, I don't follow them and whatever, so you know, I just wanted to like the message, respond back or whatever. So anyway, that's what I was doing, and I ended up seeing in like the request a little set of heart eyes or whatever. So I just click on it. I see a picture of this guy or whatever, and I'm like, let me see what he looks like. Cause girl, you know, like as soon as you respond to a message from a man, like it's automatically like open playing season, girl. It's automatically like start the conversation. You can't just say heart eyes, like it, respond back, thank you, or send a little heart or a little emoji or something without them trying to start a conversation with you. So I don't respond back unless I actually want to talk to you. So I had went and I had looked at his profile or whatever, and I was like, oh, like, okay, he's kind of cute. So should I tell y'all the makeup products? Like, yes, no, when I remember, I'll do it. This is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Foundation in the color 61NN. If you are a neutral girl, you need to check out this Urban Decay line, because I'm telling you, the best, okay? When you have problems, when everything is like too orange or too yellow or whatever, girl, no issues with this, okay? And as you guys can see, I'm running out, so that's why I'm just like rubbing it on my face like that. But Yeah, so I went to his profile. I was like, okay, he's cute. Like, this could be, you know, interesting or whatever. I was like, okay, like I'll go ahead and respond back. So, well, not respond back, girl, because I was just like, all he sent was heart eyes. So what was I gonna just say? Like, thank you, and then that was it. So I literally just liked the message, and I liked I think like 1 or 2 pictures on his page, because y'all know I had to scroll all the way through. I had to scroll all the way through the page and see, you know, what it was giving. Like, who's in it? Are you showing any of your friends? Do you have any women on your page? Are you hiding kids and a wife? Like, you know, what's good? So I had to see that. And of course, girl, I'm gonna try to scroll through to see if I can find a birthday post so I can figure out what sign you are, so I can know if I'm wasting my time before we even get started. But he didn't have a birthday post up, so I was like, well, guess I'll just take my chances. I was like, I'm gonna find out at some point. So I liked the message that he had sent, right? I liked 2 pictures on his page, and that was it. Okay, I moved on with my life. I was like, okay, you know, if he responds back and tries to start a conversation, cool. If he doesn't, then, you know, cool. Like, whatever, it's whatever. So a little while later, I see that he liked a picture, 1 or 2 pictures on my page. That was it. He didn't follow me, I didn't follow him, and that was it. So I thought, okay, like I said, this was mid-January. So in February, like a month later, right, which is a red flag, okay, but we're gonna get to that. So like a month later, he sends me a message and he says, this is like on a Sunday, he sends me a message and he's like, hey gorgeous, what are you doing today? So, or something like that. Let me see. I don't even feel like pulling up, girl, something like that. I don't even feel like pulling up the messages, but he was basically just like, hey gorgeous, what do you have going on for today, or whatever like that. What are your plans for today? I think he said, what are your plans for today? So I have put him in general because I was just like, you know, I just like the message. I'm gonna just leave you in the general category. It's no need for me to move you to primary so that I get notifications from you, because clearly we're not really having any conversation. So now I already told you guys I don't really be checking my general messages and like my requests like that, but it just so happens that on this Sunday, like it was like Sunday night, I just happened to look over there and just see what was good. I happened to check the general messages and I saw his message, which he had sent around, it was probably around noon when he had sent the message. I probably didn't see the message till maybe like 6:30 that Sunday night. So I responded back and I was like, hey, sorry, I've been working all day, or whatever, something like that. And he was just like, oh, I was like, I think I said, hey, sorry, I was working all day, or something like that. And basically he was just like that he wanted to put me in his plans for the day. So I think I was like, what you have going on, or something like that. And so he was like, oh, I wanted to put you in my plans for today. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cute or whatever. Like, you wanted to put me in your plans? Like, okay. So I responded back and I was like, pencil me in for another day. So he was like, you know, whatever. So we had like a very brief conversation Sunday night, just like exchanged a few messages. I had sent the message, he didn't respond, and then that was pretty much it. So he responded the next morning and was just like, you know, my bad, it was I thought it was too late to respond, you know, whatever. So cool. So he's like, he got in late or something, and then it was like too late to respond. So anyway, we continue to talk that whole morning, that whole Monday morning, that whole Monday, girl, whole Monday evening, everything. Okay, we're talking. Okay, like, I'm real conversation, you guys. Like, not just, you know, what are you doing? How are you? How'd you sleep? What did you eat for breakfast? What you got going on for today? Like, it really was very much none of that. It was very much real conversations, like, oh, where'd you go to school? Like, what do you do? What kind of things are you into? Like, you just really like getting to know someone, like all kind of stuff we were talking about. So I was okay, this is going well or whatever. So he is like planning a date, right? So he wants to go he was like, we can go, you know, tomorrow. Like, are you free tomorrow or whatever? So I'm like, yeah, like I'm free tomorrow. We can go tomorrow. So that's cool. So he sends me, he's asking me like what kind of food I like to eat and like dietary restrictions, like what I eat, what I don't eat, you know, whatever. And so he sends me 2 places and lets me pick, which I'm like, okay. I'm loving it. Like, please give me options. So I picked the place or whatever. And so immediately after I told him where I wanted to go, you know, he was basically like, okay, like let's go tomorrow for I think we had said like 6 or something like that. So I jump up, bitch, real quick, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm going on a date. So I get on my vlog, of course, and I start telling them, you know, like how I'm going on a date or whatever, and how I literally, let me just tell y'all, because I have not been on a date, well, had not before I went on this date at the end of February, been on a date in like several months. Like, I basically ended my previous like 3-4 year long situationship last May. And so, you know, that time I had not communicated with any men, like no one. I mean nothing. No texting, no DMs, no phone calls, no FaceTimes, no hanging out in person, no nothing, okay? No communication with men whatsoever. So I was like, oh shit, like I'm back on the dating scene. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean I'm getting ready to go on a date? So I go in my closet, girl, start looking for my outfit or whatever. And at first I'm like, girl, I really don't have nothing to wear. But I was like, I'm not about to go buy anything. For one, it's like too late because it's tomorrow and I like wasn't gonna leave my house. So I'm just like, I'm about to find something in this closet to put on. So I found the cutest 2-piece set from Forever 21. Now, I had bought this set like from Forever 21 a little while ago. I actually went in there looking for a coat for a wedding I was going to, and then I just saw this set and I was like, this is so cute. Like, I have no reason to purchase this. Jonah, when I'll be wearing it, but I'll just go ahead and get it because I was like, it's a neutral color, like it's long sleeves. It's almost like, it could really almost be like a year-round type of fit. So I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and get this because I knew I already had some cute little chocolate brown heels, chocolate brown bags. So I knew if I bought the fit, like it was an outfit ready. Like, I know where I was gonna be going, but you know, it was cute or whatever. So I have that. I pulled that out the closet and I'm like, this is perfect. Like, I tried on everything. It fits so good, looks so cute. I'm gonna pop a little picture or video or something on the screen at some point so y'all can see what the outfit looks like. And yeah, so it worked out perfectly because this is when I was wearing that red J-wand curled hair. If y'all have not seen that crochet braid video, girl, I'll put a picture of it on the screen so y'all can see what it's giving, and I'll link it in the cards in the description box down below. But I'm saying that to say that it was red hair. So y'all know when you wear red hair, or really any like colored hair that's not, you know, black, brown, or blonde, it's difficult to, not difficult, but girl, you know, it's a little bit of a task. You can really only wear like certain colors, or you know, I'm not gonna say only wear certain colors, but you know what I mean, girl. Like, you need neutrals when you have like red hair. So it literally worked out perfectly. So I was like, oh my gosh. And then I also was like, oh my gosh, because listen to this, girl. Like, a few days before this, I was like, I think I'm ready to start dating again. I think I'm ready to start, you know, kind of entertaining these men and see, you know, what they're talking about. And I literally, that's how powerful your words are. Please be careful with your words. Please be careful with your words. Okay, seriously, like, I literally said that, and then I kid you not, 2 days later, 3 days later, this guy's asking me to go on a date. Like, I said this before he sent me that message on Sunday. Like, hey, what are you doing today or whatever. Like, I had said it like a day or 2 before that I felt like I was ready to get back on the dating scene and like kind of start, you know, being out and about again. So yeah, I was just like, oh my gosh. So please be careful with what you say. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so I pick out my outfit or whatever. So like I said, we're talking all day Monday, like really getting to know each other, just all kind of stuff, girl. So the conversation continues into, you know, Tuesday. We're talking, you know, all day Tuesday or whatever, and you know, just chatting it up, baby, just chatting it up. Okay, so Tuesday evening comes around. I start to get ready, and I get ready like kind of early, girl, because you know, like, gotta try to take a picture, gotta try to make a TikTok, get ready with me, all that kind of stuff. So I was like doing all of that, you know. I started getting ready early, but of course I was running behind schedule per usual. So that was, you know, all cool or whatever. So he texted me, asked if I was ready. I was like, no. Wait, I'm lying. He did not text me. He DM'd me. So keep in mind, we're still in the DMs. I still don't have this man's number when I'm getting ready, right? So, and we hadn't talked on the phone yet either. So now fast forward to me like getting ready, and he DMs me, asks me if I'm ready or whatever, and I'm like, you know, no, can you give me, you know, a little bit more time? He's like, okay, cool, because like I'm not ready either, because he had been like working all day or whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. So he was like, you know, just let me know when you're ready. So I continued to get ready or whatever, and then at this point, then he's like, and give me your number. So he gives me his number, and or I give him my number, and then he texts me and it's like, you know, this is, we didn't name him. Should we name him? We don't need to name him, girl. It's just one man, girl, just the man. Okay. So so yeah, so he texts me and he's like, you know, this is such and such or whatever, and I'm like, okay, cool, you know, I'm gonna save your number or whatever. So yeah, we do that. I get ready. He gets ready, and we end up going out on our date. So he actually calls me a little bit, and he's like, you know, I'm ready, you know, you ready or whatever. So that was my first time hearing his voice, and I was like, oh, okay, I like your voice. I get in the car, grab my things, because of course we're meeting there. Like, I'm not gonna let you come to my house and see where I live. Like, I don't even know you like that. Okay, so we go there, we get to the place. He gets there before me because I'm trying to find a parking spot, girl. So I find a parking spot, get out, and keep in mind, like, I brought my camera to the date, so I'm vlogging the date as well. So if you guys want to actually see the date that I'm specifically talking about, y'all can go watch the vlog. I'm gonna link it in the cards in the description box down below, so y'all can check it out, so y'all could just like just see it and then like listen to the story about what happened, because like WTF, right? So okay, we get to the date or whatever. I open the door, okay, get inside. He's standing there at the front waiting for me. He got his drink in his hand or whatever. So we went to this little, it's not really a restaurant. It's more kind of like loungy, but I mean, not loungy with like hookahs or anything, just like loungy, just like drinks, food, kind of like, they have entrees, but I wouldn't be like, oh, let's go here for dinner. I don't know, girl. I don't know how to describe it. But anyway, it's a cute little place or whatever. So we went there, and it was cool because I had been there before. So I liked that because I knew where it was. I knew what the inside looked like, how it was set up, you know, all that kind of stuff. So he's at the door with his drink or whatever. So I walk in, you know, he gives me a hug, and we walk over, or the hostess comes or whatever and walks us over to our little table, and we sit down. So we sit down, she comes over, the waitress comes over, I order my drink, he gets another drink, and we're just talking. When I tell you, like, just a comfortable conversation. Like, you know how you're talking to somebody and like the conversation is just flowing, like it's just flowing. It's like y'all have talked before. Like, normally I feel like on first dates, like it might be a little awkward. I felt like nothing was awkward about this date at all. Like, it was literally the most comfortable. I feel like I have something. It was literally, oh my gosh. There we go. It was literally the most like comfortable experience. Like, it was like, okay, this is cool. Like, I could talk to you. Like, I could talk to you about stuff. So we was talking about spirituality. We was talking about all kind of stuff, girl. He was very much fascinated with my crystals, tarot cards, all that kind of stuff. Like, he was like really into it. Like, he wanted to know more about it or whatever. So we were talking about a whole bunch of things on the date. So that's cool, right? So the date ends. We end up having our drinks. We had our food. Girl, he shared his food with me. He shared his food with me. Like, this man shared his food. Like, he ordered like, I don't know, like 2 entrees for himself. I ordered my entree, and then of course he was like, well, I'm gonna say of course, but he was like, you know, you want to try some? And I was like, no, I'm good, you know, whatever. Because I'm like, do I really want to be sharing food with this man on the first date? But he was like, no, like, it's so good, like, you got to try, whatever. So I'm like, ooh, he likes to share his food. Like, I appreciate that because I love food. I love to eat. Yeah, look, key to my heart, baby. Feed me, please. Like, if there's a date and there's no food involved, like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Like, what? No. So yeah, girl, it was chicken parmesan. It was so good. It was so good. So anyways, I tasted a little bit of that or whatever, ate all my food. I had ordered some fish, which was delicious. Ate all of that, had our drinks or whatever. He pays the bill, you know, of course, because what? Like, I wasn't even gonna pretend to pull out any money because I wasn't gonna pay, period. So yeah, we don't even, girls, at this point, please don't even fake it. Please don't even, when the check comes, I'm gonna just sit there. I'm just sit there and I'm just let you grab it, let you pay for it. I'm not even about to pretend to go in my purse and pull out anything because it's not happening. It's not happening. So we pay the bill or whatever, or he pays the bill, right? We leave. He walks me to my car and I get in the car or whatever, and he's like, you know, this was a good first date, and I'm trying to see, I'm trying to see, do I want to tell y'all this part now or later? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna tell it to y'all later, but it's something that happened on the date that's like a red flag, right? So anyway, we get in the car, or not, girl, what? I get in my car and he's we're talking whatever, and so he was basically like, you know, like, you gotta go in early or whatever, because it was at this point, because of course we went to the date late. Like, we had said like 6, we probably ended up getting to the date maybe like 7:30, something like that. So at this point it's probably like 10ish. So he was like, you know, you got to be in early or whatever, or, you know, like, you want to go somewhere else. So I'm like, oh, we can go somewhere else. And I kind of like wanted to go somewhere else because I was like, okay, like, this is like good conversation. Like, I kind of want to see, you know, like, I want to talk a little more and just see, you know, what's good. So we end up deciding to go to this rooftop bar, right? So there was actually, well, we actually ended up going to 2, but the first one that we went to, they were about to close. They closed because, remember, it's a Tuesday, so they were about to close. So we were like, okay, let's go to a different rooftop bar. So we pull off from that one, girl, and we pull up to the next place or whatever. So we park, we go in, we get up there, he gets a drink, I get a drink. He pulls out, you know, hundreds, like racks, baby. Like, not just pull out no $20, $30. I'm talking about bands. Okay, so he does that, pays for the drink, girl, and we go outside and we're sitting, well, we were standing at first, and then we see some like seats kind of like stacked up in the corner. So I'm like, oh, we could literally like go grab those. So he, you know, pulls out the seats or whatever. We find a little space, we put our little chairs or whatever, and we sit down. And then this guy ends up coming over that apparently he knows. So he came over, we talked to him, you know, for a little bit, real cool, real chill, nice guy, whatever. And everybody is just like complimenting the fuck out of us the whole night. Okay, just like, girl, especially me, because like, obviously no, but everybody's just like, you know, like, you're so beautiful, whatever. Like, they got men telling him like, don't up, like, you know, whatever. Like, I get, nobody knew obviously that we were on a first date, and probably the way that we were like acting didn't really give first date vibes, because I said like, it was real comfortable. Like, nothing about it was awkward. It was like I was sitting with my something. Like, it was weird. So it was like such a great day, right? So then we're like, we're drinking and we're drinking and we're drinking. Okay, so we're getting a little tipsy at this point. So we're just like, okay, what do we want to do now or whatever? So I don't remember at this, like I said, girl, I was tipsy at this point. So I think I said like, I want some hookah. So when we had left the first place, let me set this before. When we had left the first place, he had basically asked me like, where did I want to go? And I was like, in my head, I want hookah. But I was like, I don't know if I want to like say that, because some people that aren't really like into hookah, and then like it might be weird or whatever. So I didn't say anything. So at the end of the night at the rooftop bar, when we decided to go somewhere else, I was like, I want a hookah. And he was like, you know, like, let's go get a hookah. So it's literally like, I want to say 12:30, probably like 12:30 something to 1, girl, when we decide that we're gonna do this. So we leave the rooftop bar, right, and go to the hookah place. So when we get to the hookah place, It's literally, like I said, like 1:45 or something. So we walk in or whatever, and once again, he knows somebody else. He's one of these men, one of these. So we walk over and we end up sitting at this table. Now keep in mind, like I said, it's like almost 1. So the hookah place is getting ready to close at 2. So we end up just kind of sitting down or whatever, and we're just talking, chilling, whatever, and you know, vibing. So they come over, get our drinks. Like 2 seconds later, the hookah comes, and I'm like, oh, like they're here or whatever. He was like, I called and got that shit. So he had called on the way there, ordered 2 hookahs with pineapple, good flavors. I was like, oh, you got money, like hookahs with pineapples, period. So y'all know if you get the upgrade with the pineapple, it's like you got them coins. So yeah, so the hookah came over or whatever. I was like, oh, I like these flavors. So I'm chilling, vibing with my little hookah, hanging out. Got my camera out because I'm vlogging. Hello. So I'm like talking to my vlog or whatever. And he's like, you gonna post this? And I'm like, yes, like that's why I've been doing it. So girl, he leans over, gets in the vlog, basically takes my camera and starts talking about how this my girl, she been hiding me for 5 years and whatever. Like clearly you're tipsy at this point, so you're doing the absolute most. But drunk mind, sober thoughts. I know y'all have heard that before. So clearly you felt some kind of way about me for you to even take the camera and even say some shit like that in the first place, right? So yeah, so basically we're doing all of that or whatever, and we end up getting ready to go. So like I said, we didn't stay there too long. Like I literally got my drink, spilled my drink on the table because I was trying to set up, you know how like you try to get your cute little snappy little boomerang or whatever if you smoking your hookah or whatever with the little smoke coming out your mouth, like so cute, right? So yeah, I was trying to set up my phone on my drink, but I forgot that the cups at this place are plastic. They're plastic, so it's not like, it wasn't heavy glass. So yeah girl, my drink ended up spilling over the whole table, and I was just like, damn. So yeah, I didn't even end up getting to finish that drink, but regardless, okay, so we go, we leave out or whatever, and I get in my car and we get ready to leave. So I get home safe and sound, girl, no problems. I'm trying to make sure this is blended out because I feel like when I be doing get ready with me, it's like the makeup be off sometimes and I don't be knowing why. So I go home. I get home safe and sound or whatever, and he texts me the next morning. He's like, you know, I passed out, you know, last night or whatever. You know, how you doing or whatever like that. So, you know, I'm like, I'm good, whatever. So we talk a little bit in text, and then he ends up calling me. So we talk on the phone for a little bit, and he's like, I'm about to, you know, head into work or whatever. It was like late at this point because he had like stopped. We got in. Well, like I said, the hookah place closed at 2, so we got home, each got home like a little after 2 or whatever. So anyways, he was like, after we talked on the phone over, he's like, I'm gonna hit you up later, you know, I'm about to you know, get to work or whatever. So I'm like, you know, okay, cool. So I forgot to tell y'all this, but he was supposed to be going out of town that day, but he didn't end up going because we had stayed out so late. So he decided he was gonna go the next day, which was Thursday. So cool, you know, we talk or whatever a little bit that day, and then we talk on Thursday when he gets to like his little work trip or whatever. So I'm like, cool, we're having good conversation, we're talking about the date. Now I know that y'all know how to add, right? And I know that y'all know time based on the way I'm telling it. So as you guys can see, we spent about 7 hours together on our first date. Now you let me know if you've ever been on a 7-hour long first date. Questions that he answers. I mean, really out and about doing shit, not just like you went to somebody's house and y'all was hanging out. No, I mean like y'all are really out doing things, and you literally end up spending that much time together with somebody on a first date, because that is wild to me. Even when I think about it, I'm like, we really went to 3 different places and really spent all that time together, and I've literally only been talking to you for like 2 days. But cool. So yeah girl, we talk or whatever on that Thursday. Good conversation continues, okay, and then girl, what was I saying? That just distracted me, somebody calling me. So we end up still talking or whatever on Thursday. Cool. Now on Wednesday, like Wednesday evening or so, my throat starts to feel a little scratchy, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I feel like I'm getting sick. So I asked him, you know, like, how are you feeling or whatever, because immediately I'm thinking like Rooftop bar, because that crowd was very much big, and yeah, it was a lot of people in there, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I'm probably getting sick. So I asked him like how he's feeling or whatever. He's like, you know, oh, I'm good, like, you know, no problems or whatever like that. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe this isn't really anything, girl. It was definitely something. Okay, I definitely ended up being sick and in bed like that whole weekend. So I'm telling him, you know, that I'm like not feeling well or whatever. So we literally talked Thursday, and then we did not talk Friday, we did not talk Saturday. Now keep in mind, I'm sick, so like I'm not about to be starting any type of conversations, but if I told you I'm not feeling well, then I expect you to text me and be like, oh, how are you feeling? You know, whatever, just any type of checkup would be cool. So Sunday, he texts me and he's like, where am I, whatever, I guess thinking that I'm like out and about doing things. This is Mardi Gras weekend, but I'm not. I'm at home in my bed. So he texts me, I don't respond. He calls me, I don't respond. So I was like, I could text you back and let you know whatever, but I was like, you haven't tried to communicate with me in 2 days, so what's the point? I'll text you tomorrow. So that's what I do. And I text him on Monday and I'm like, oh, you know, I've been sick or whatever, but I don't know, but whatever, like that, something like that. Okay, so I'm like trying not to move my mouth too much, girl, because my makeup is setting. But so yeah, I text him on Monday back, tell him, you know, like I've been sick or whatever, and he's like, you know, oh, like I'm sorry to hear that, you know, whatever like that, like do you need anything? And I'm like, no, I'm good. Like he's like, do you need anything, like groceries, anything like that? And so I was like, oh yeah, that was nice of him to like offer to send me something or whatever. So I'm like, you know, okay, like thanks, but you know, I don't I'm good, I don't need anything or whatever. So we're talking, and so he's just like, okay, well, like I think he asked like if I had any plans. God, no, I don't think he did. I think that was pretty much it for the conversation or whatever on that day. So I'm thinking in my head like, okay, interesting, like you dropped off the face of the earth for Friday and Saturday after you had to go out of town for a work trip. So I'm thinking in my head like, what you got going on? But okay. So yeah, that's that on Monday. Now Tuesday, I'm feeling much better. It's been like a week literally since I was exposed to what we can all guess that I probably had. But yeah, like it's been a week, so I've basically been in quarantine pretty much. So if it was that, I'm good to, you know, go out or whatever. So I don't literally go anywhere, but I just go to my parents' house because like I said, it was Mardi Gras. So we were just like hanging out and grilling and stuff over there. So later that night, he texts me and he's like, what's you know, like where are you, what are you doing, you know, what you got going on or whatever. So it's probably like 6 o'clock or whatever. So I literally tell him like I'm at my parents' house, we're just like eating dinner and stuff like that. So I think my makeup is done, right? Pretty much. I have to do my lashes. I guess I could blend out this while I'm sitting here. So yeah, so basically I'm just like, you know, I'm at my parents' house or whatever, we're just eating things like that. So we're just kind of talking or whatever, and he's like, okay, I guess we can plan our second date for Thursday. I want to say he said Thursday. He was like, I guess we can plan our second date for Thursday. So I'm like, I actually can't do Thursday because I have some family stuff going on or whatever. But I think I told him I can't do Thursday or Friday, because I think it was like Thursday and Friday I was pretty sure like I couldn't do because of I had, like I said, some family stuff going on. So I tell him that or whatever, and then we just kind of continue on with the conversation, and he's never like, okay, well, you know, let me know when you're free or nothing like that. Like, I'm just like, I can't do those days, and he's pretty much just like continue on with the conversation. Like, I don't think we really had too much other discussion about the date. Now I get home, we're talking a little bit more or whatever, and yeah, so that's pretty much end of the conversation. And you know, I go to sleep Tuesday night or whatever, and I never heard from him again. Did you hear what I said, girl? Did you hear what I said? I said I never heard from this man again. Never heard from him again, girl. Like, what? Like, I'm really like, what? Like, I had no idea that Tuesday when we were planning a second date would have been the last time that I would have ever spoken to this man. That is so crazy to me. Like, it's so crazy. Like, I'm like, huh? That's the end of it. So girl, let's go ahead and talk about some of the red flags, okay, and what's really going on. Okay, so girl, the first red flag that we want to talk about is going to be the time frame between the first heart eye DM and the actual date. So like I told you guys, he had sent that DM like mid-January. I liked it. He liked 2 of my pictures. I liked 2 of his. We did not follow each other. That was the end. Okay. In January. A month later, you pop back up wanting to go on a date. Now, I wasn't gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna talk to you because you waited a month to ask me on a date. Like, but girl, that is a red flag, okay, or a burgundy flag, girl, waiting to go red. Okay, at this point it's red because we know what happened, but back then it was like a burgundy flag. Okay, so that's strange because it's like clearly you have something going on, right? For you to be waiting a whole month in between reaching out to, in between, you know, messaging somebody and actually starting a conversation and asking them to go on a date, right? So it's weird because it's like you doing a lot. You must got somebody else that you're intertwined with, because otherwise why would you be waiting a whole month to ask me out, right? So red flag number 1. Okay, boo. The second red flag is gonna be when I told you guys just a little while ago, I was like, I don't know if I want to tell y'all this right now or if I want to tell y'all this later. So this is the thing that I wanted to tell y'all that happened at dinner when we were eating. So when we got ready to go, like pay the bill or whatever, he was like, you know, did you have a good time, you know, or whatever? And I was like, yeah, like it was a nice first date or whatever. He was like, would you tell me if you didn't? And I was like, I don't know, like maybe not, probably not, you know, whatever. And so anyway, we end up kind of talking about that briefly. He says, you know, he had a great time as well or whatever. And he said something. He was probably like, I think he said, I don't know. He said he wouldn't. He said he would not say if he didn't have a good time on the first date. He just wouldn't talk to me again. And so I was like, oh, so you be ghosting people, or like you ghosted people before or whatever? And he was like, yeah, like I've ghosted people before. So girl. So this man literally admits to ghosting people. Now, in the conversation that we were having, we were talking about first date ghosting. We were talking about like you go on a first date with somebody, you end up not liking them, and so you just choose to like never talk to them again. Like, I can get that. I can get that, girl. I can get how we just would not talk again, because I've done that before. I've gone on a first date with somebody. It was not a good time, girl. I was not here for it. I didn't like him at all. Like, I wasn't attracted to him. We ended up having like an argument. on our first date. And what's so funny is we actually, the guy that I'm talking about right now, or the guy that I'm saying that I ghosted before, we actually went to the same rooftop bar that I went to with the guy that is in this story time, which is just so funny. So anyways, girl, like I said, I've done that before, like kind of like first date, like you just like, no, I'm good. So in this specific conversation that we were having, that's what we were talking about. We weren't really talking about like ghosting people like down the line or whatever, but like literally you go on a first date and you're just like, no, I don't want to see them anymore. But apparently, girl, he was just talking in general. Okay, so yeah, girl, that was red flag number 2. Okay, now the third red flag for me is going to be the disappearing on Friday and Saturday. So the last conversation that we had on Thursday, you were still out of town. You weren't here. You were out of town on your work trip or whatever. We don't talk Thursday night. We don't talk Friday. We don't talk Saturday. So during that time, what were you doing? What were you doing? Now, obviously, girl, we not in no relationship or nothing like that. But if you're showing all this interest in me, and I know that it's, oh, my camera is definitely gonna die. If you're showing all this interest in me and we're like having all these conversations and stuff, and I can tell that you're really like, or girl, I thought you was really trying to get to know me or whatever. It's strange to me. It's strange to me that you would not reach out to me on like that Friday or Saturday. So it leads me to believe that you got some other little things going on, which is cool, right? Because we should be freely dating because we are just getting to know each other. But it's just like when you're talking to somebody and like they're acting a certain way and then you don't hear from them for like 2 days or whatever, it's a little weird. Like it's a little suspect, you know, especially with the previous red flags that I already mentioned to you guys. So yeah, girl, that is that. Okay, I'm like, okay, cool, like this is interesting to be ghosted. It's so weird to me because like, why are you bringing up a second date and talking about we can go on our second date on Thursday, and then I say I'm not available Thursday or Friday, and then we never speak again? That is weird to me. That is weird to me. I'm sorry. I don't understand how that could not be weird to anybody. Like, why are you planning a second date and then disappearing? It's giving weird shit, bro. It's weird shit. So yeah, girl, I'm about to go ahead and let my camera charge for a little bit because it's about to die. I'm gonna go ahead and do my lashes, my lips, or I might do my lips on here when we come back. We'll see. And then we'll go ahead and just wrap this little story time up. Okay guys, so this is the final look. I am like so in love with my hair. Like how cute is this? Like I love the color. I have not worn, I feel like, real color since I last wore this hair. Because girl, this is old hair. These used to be twists that I untwisted and put it in again, girl, to make a new style. This crochet braid video, I'm gonna link it in the cards for you guys in the description box down below. You'll definitely be sure to check this one out. This is like the perfect little summer style, girl. Lip combo is NYX Nutmeg with two e.l.f. lip glosses. I'm not even gonna lie to you and tell you what they are. It's like the light pink one and the iridescent one. They only have like probably like 5. So the light pink and the iridescent. This is their lip plumping gloss. Love this combo. Love this combo. It is like so quick and easy. Rarely do I ever use like 2 glosses, but I just feel like this looks perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and just wrap up this little story time, girl. So the last few things that I want to address are going to be, one is his age, because I did not tell y'all how old this man is. And before I give you an age, girl, comment down below and guess how old this man is. I am 29, in case that helps you to take a guess, girl. But comment down below, because I'm about to say it. Do it right now, girl. And then go back and let me know if you guessed older or younger. Okay, so this man is 40. Okay, he's 40. So you would think that at 40 years old, like you wouldn't still be in like your ghosting phase. Like I can understand, I guess, like guys in their 20s and maybe even guys like in their early 30s, but like at 40, like girl, I would not be expecting you to still be ghosting people in your 40s. Like You're telling me at 40 years old, you still don't know how to communicate? You're still having communication issues at 40 years old? Like, girl, seek help. Okay, like seriously, what? Somebody needs to go to counseling, because there's no way at 40 years old you should still be ghosting people. And when you ghost someone, it literally means you have communication issues, okay? I don't care what anybody says, because people are gonna give you like a surface level answer if you ask them why they ghost. They're gonna be like, this is my life, I can do whatever I want. I don't have to let anybody know why I don't want to talk to them anymore. I can just stop talking to them. Like, I don't owe anybody anything. I just met this girl. Like, I don't have to give her a reason why. Surface level. That is a surface level answer. Deep down, you have communication issues, and you have an issue like expressing yourself and telling people how you really feel about certain things. So that's just a fact. Okay, it's a fact. So, girl, that's one thing, okay, that we did not mention, because I forgot to tell y'all how old this man was. Okay, the next thing that I want to mention is, some of you may be like, well, why didn't you just text him? Why didn't you just text him on Friday or Saturday? Or why didn't you just text him, like, after y'all didn't talk on Tuesday, why didn't you just text him and see? Because I'm not. Because I'm the woman. I'm very much in my feminine energy. He knows that, because we talked about feminine energy, masculine energy, gender roles on the date. So he knows very much how I feel. He very much gets the feminine energy vibe from me, because he was just like, he could just feel my energy, and like how I was just, I had like this seductive way about me. It's just like, I attract anything that I want, anything that I desire, baby. I don't chase nothing, and you shouldn't be chasing anything either. Sit in your feminine energy, period. Just like when the check came and I didn't reach into my purse pretending that I was about to pay something, because I'm not, because as a man, that's your role, okay? If you do whatever you want in your relationships, but I'm letting you know, for me, in mine, it is the man's role. I expect him to be my provider. So if you're gonna be providing for me, you need to go ahead and pay for the date. And when it came and I didn't pay, and he was just like, you don't never got to worry about, what did he say? He was like, you don't never got to worry about paying for nothing when you with me, baby. Period. That's all I want to hear. That's all I want to hear, because I never will, and I should never have to. So yeah, all of that to say that I'm not going to chase after you. Like, trust me, if he wanted to talk to me, he would. Like, a man will break his neck, girl, if he wants to talk to you. Like, nothing is going to stop him. Nothing is going to stop a man from talking to you, from communicating with you. Girl, they be having men in jail with 3, 4, and 5 girlfriends. Like, stop it. There is no excuse. There is no excuse. So yeah, I'm not going to. And honestly, like, the fact that you ghosted me so soon saved us both some time, girl, because I didn't have to go on a second date, third date, fourth date, and then have you disappear off the face of the earth at that point. Because, girl, if it's in you, it's just in you. Like, yeah. So I mean, it's cool. Like, I feel like we learn things. So like, for one, girl, I spoke into existence me going on a date, and guess what? I did. Then like, I ended up getting sick while I'm with this man and at one of the places that we went to. So that's like another thing, girl. Maybe I got sick because like I wasn't supposed to be going out with him again. Like, I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, remember that everything works out exactly the way it's supposed to work out. And that's it. That's it. Everything just is, okay? So like, don't read too much into it. If people ghost you, always know that it's like a them issue and not a you issue. Like, you don't need to think like, oh, what did I do? Like, whatever. Oh, and another thing you guys may say is like, why didn't I try to give another option for our second date when I told him I couldn't go Thursday or Friday? Because I expressed to you that I can't go on Thursday and Friday because I have a family, like some family things going on or whatever those 2 days, so I'm not able to go. So at that point, as a man, I have 4 minutes left on this memory card. So at that point, as the man, you should just simply say, okay, well, I would like to see you, so just let me know when you're available, or something along those lines. It doesn't have to be exactly that, but something along those lines. You're planning the date, I'm not. So I let you know that on the day that you suggested that I'm not available. So it will be good for you to suggest another option. You know what I mean? Like, and this all has to do with feminine energy and just being in your role. Everyone doesn't view things the same, but I'm letting you know how I run my shit over here, okay? And yeah, that's just it. So yeah, girl, that is the end of this little get ready with me story time. Y'all let me know if y'all want more of these. If y'all do, girl, don't comment below and just say you want more and don't leave no topics. Like, leave a topic down below. Topics with an S. Give me a few little things, because these are kind of cute or whatever to do. I like doing get ready with me to like my makeup and stuff, but usually I just like feel like I don't have anything to talk about. Just so happened I had this little story time, so here we are. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to go check out the crochet braid video, because girl, if you like crochet braids, like this style, it's everything, okay? The style is everything. It's just giving very much summer, and I'm just absolutely in love with it. So yes, don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out, turn post notifications on, girl. Give the video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.